Okay, good morning. I'm not sure you've ever seen me like this. Well, not like this, but in the mode I'm in. Let me rearrange my chair. I went to my girlfriend's house on Monday of last week, and Monday night I slept wrong. I normally take my pillow with me because I have a really good pillow that I love. However, I did not. So I slept on my not normal pillow. And I somehow got a crick in my neck and a pinched nerve, pinched muscle, whatever. We don't need to call it anything because I don't know what it is. But bottom line is I have been in extreme pain since then. And that's not the point of this video. I'm taking some a muscle relaxer and a couple of anti-inflammatory Advil, Aleve. So anyway, not why I'm filming this video, but just wanted to tell you may not see my normal self on here because I'm in quite a bit of pain. But that's beside the point. And this cabinet door is in my way this morning. My knees are too long. Okay. Let's fast forward to why we're here. We're here for a bunch of different reasons. But most importantly, I tried that, let me see if I can get us down just a little bit. I tried that white makeup for you on Friday when I left my friend's house. And she had given me a muscle relaxer and I'd taken some Tylenol. I could film that day, but we'll see what today happens. Of course, today's Memorial Day, so my doctor's not open, so I can't call her. Yes, I could go to one of those doc-in-a-box quickie things, but I've never had a lot of really good success with them. So I will try to wait until my doctor gets back in the office tomorrow. So why am I here? Oh, let me find my camera. I wanted to give you an update on the fact that that makeup that I used, that Prime Promedics makeup that went on white Friday when I left, and I told you I'd try to give you an update. Well, I just didn't feel well enough Friday when I got home after driving home. I just didn't feel well enough to go into it. But bottom line is, it looked great at 9:30 when I took it off that night. So, needless to say, here, let me get over here. Needless to say, I placed my order. And if you go on their website, it's $44 for the makeup, and it's 1 fluid ounce, which is the normal investment makeup cost for 1 ounce. If you go on their website, you get that. And you can buy the brush, I think, for $38. However, my girlfriend told me she found it on Facebook. So I went into Facebook and I typed in search Prime Promedics, found the ad that gave you the makeup for $44 and the brush free. So I got $38 free brush. So I was excited about that. So we're going to put that on again today. And I have so many things going on. I may pepper a bunch of things through here. I don't know. I've talked about my health and my pain, and that's about all I'm going to talk about it. If I have a bad pain spell, I'll cut it out of here when I yell out. Because sometimes if I do turn a certain way, I yell out. Ah! So if I do that, I'll try to cut it out. All right. So there's those out of the box. Can't turn my head very well. Turn my body pretty well. Okay. This is the same gown you saw me in when I put this on Friday. Well, I came on Friday. I didn't unpack my suitcase, so I put another gown on and wore that all weekend. Finally unpacked my suitcase, got this one out, which I'd only worn one night. So Not your concern. You don't care how long I wear my nightgowns. But let me tell you what. You don't care how long I wear my nightgowns. However, let me tell you that I showered at her house Friday morning before I came home. I was so sick Saturday with this neck, back pain thing. I didn't shower. I barely survived Saturday. Sunday, same way. I got up this morning. I told my husband, I said, I don't know what kind of drugs I have to take, but if I don't get in the shower, I'm going to lose it, because I'm like a daily shower person. It makes me crazy if I don't shower. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to put that makeup back on. And because I was a little scared of it last time. This is my vitamin C. I already cleansed my face. This is the Remedy vitamin C. Didn't get out enough for my forehead. Y'all, it's warming up. My pool's almost ready to get in. We've had so much rain and cool weather. I can't wait to get in the pool. I am a sun lover. I know it's not good for you. I'm 73. What else can I hurt, really? That's not a good attitude, but that's the attitude I have on some things. So there's my vitamin C. I'm going to use my serums, my stacked serums here. You know, Remedy with the twisty top that y'all learned of my error on a video I shot. And so, a little moisturizer. I'm almost out of moisturizer, but hopefully I'll have enough for this one. Yeah. So, I was just really excited to put this makeup back on. So, you know, the weird things that happen. I get on here and I just talk out loud. I just kind of vomit out. Sorry, that's a likely word. Just kind of regurgitate to you what's going on in my life. So, this makeup is what's going on in my life. Plus the fact that I know I've told y'all in many videos that I'm hosting my husband's family reunion very soon, June 6th. I'm going to squeeze this out on my hand. I guess I'll shake it. I've never used it. Anyway, so I've been trying to find some brisket on sale. And I thought, oh, surely it'll be on sale Memorial Day weekend. Well, I felt so bad Friday and Saturday. I could have cared less. And so my granddaughter-in-law, she told me this morning, she said, hey, Nanny. Everybody calls me Nanny. I saw brisket on sale at Kroger, one of our local grocery stores. At Kroger, for $2.99 a pound. Well, my son-in-law is the meat guru in the world, and he's the cooker of all the briskets, chops, ribs, all that stuff. So I texted to him, and I said, hey, babe, will you go check out these? I'm going to put some more on, because I didn't feel like I put enough on the other day. I didn't want to waste hers. So I said, will you go check these briskets out at Kroger? So he comes back to me, and he says, hey, Tom Thumb, which is our favorite grocery store and the only grocery store that he likes to buy meat at, he said, Tom Thumb has them on sale for $2.99 with a purchase of $50. And he said, do you guys need any groceries? And I'm like, because he'll go down there, he can spend $50 on dog food. They cook chicken and feed their dog real food. Their dogs real chicken and rice and vegetables. So when he makes a chicken run, it's a large amount. So he said, do you guys need anything? I said, oh my gosh. My husband just went to the grocery store this morning. And my husband never goes to the grocery store for less than $50. He went to pick up a prescription. But I guarantee you, I would bet my life on it. He spent $50 wandering around the aisles. I said, oh, crud. I said, I know. hubby just went, and I know he spent $50. And he said, okay. He said, let me go up there and check it out, because he's real good friends with the meat people up there. They call my son-in-law the chicken man. Chicken man's here, because he comes and buys all this chicken. Okay, guys, again, this went on flawless. I love the coverage of it. I'm just kind of sold on this stuff. You know, the fact that you don't have to match a color and get the right color. And for me, I end up getting a lighter color for the winter and a darker color for the summer of all the ones I love. And this is one color. And it adapts. Color changing foundation, flawless, natural finish. Anyway, like I said, I loved the finish of it. It's not easy to turn. Y'all bear with me. Okay. So, and what I did find was after I put it on, and I showed you guys in the camera what it looked like, as I continued to put my makeup on, I actually felt like it began to look a little better. I mean, nicer and smoother, and really, really impressed with it. So, yes, it's on the investment side. But, man, for me, if I have something dependable that I know I just have to go buy it, just push the button, buy it, push the button, and it's the right thing every time, I'm all in. Will I try different things? Like I tried those Korean makeups that my granddaughter-in-law used. Tried them. You know, I liked them, and I liked the coverage, and they looked nice on me. They did not look quite as nice as they did on her. But again, she's 24. Back then when that all happened, and I told y'all that story, she was actually 23. So there you go. Okay, you know how I always fix my hair in these videos? And I know I fast forward the blow drying and blah, blah, blah. Well, you know, I got my hair cut last week. So before that, I had gotten a couple of hair treatment things. I had done some research on them. And I found this Bumble and Bumble BB Thickening Go Big Plumping Treatment. Now, you know, I have thin, fine hair. Thin is one thing, fine is another. I have both. So I thought I'd just give it a try. I hear raves about it. And then I found this in my drawer. And it was still sealed, so it doesn't look as though I've ever used it. It's called Verb, as in noun and verb. Verb Lift Body Bounce Volume Spray for all hair types. Well, I'm going to use them this morning on this new haircut. We'll just see what happens. I'm doing it just a quick get ready with me. Guess what? I didn't tell y'all last week what I had bought my husband for his birthday because I was afraid he would watch my video. Not afraid, I just thought he might. And give it away. This is the Maybelline highlighter strobing, Master Strobe or something. Let me read it to you correctly. Master Strobing Liquid. There. And so what I bought him was a birdhouse with a camera, a bird feeder with a camera attached. And my son had gotten one, and they'd sent us a picture or two and from it. And my husband loves birds. He loves nature. He sits out on the back patio, and every morning we have an old bird bird bath. And he fills it with peanuts. He orders them by 50 pounds. And he fills them with peanuts, and he feeds the blue jays. And a few random squirrels. But he loves that. It makes him happy. You know, whatever makes you happy in life. So, we had taken, our neighborhood got an influx of rats about 2 years ago. I mean, we all had horrible rats. I know that sounds gross, and you're like, oh my gosh, Sherry, where do you live? It was in the nicest neighborhoods, and we got this infiltration of rats. So I had these traps set out at my house, as a lot of the people in the neighborhood did. And they're traps that the rat goes in and eats it. It's very inviting to the rat. But then they go off somewhere else and die. Oh, that's what I want to tell myself. Anyway, we eliminated them. But my exterminator told me, because I had 2 big bird feeders out in the backyard, and he said, I'm going to tell you something that's going to help on any kind of vermin infestation, and that is, don't have bird feeders. That bird seed is an attraction to them. Great. The bird feeders were the thing I loved the most, rather than he loving the blue jays. Is that uneven? It looks it. So we took our bird feeders down. Wasn't happy about it, but did it. And so then I unpacked all my makeup out of my makeup bag that I take when I travel, and I'm putting it back in there because Thursday I have to go dog sit for a friend of mine, and I'll have so much freedom over there, and nobody will be there but me and the dog, and so I should be able to shoot some videos over there, film. So where was I? Oh, the dog, bird feeders. So I told my husband, I said, when I got him this bird feeder the other day, I said, you know what I thought? Our birds are more prevalent in the late fall, early spring. I said, what if we just put it out for 2 or 3 months and then take it down in the heat of the summer, which is where we seem to have the problems with the rats before. By the by, the rats got up underneath the hood of my car, chewed up all my wiring, cost me $2,400 to replace it all, because, remember I told y'all I kept my car 14 years. It was so old, they no longer made the harness for it that held all the wires. So they had to do each one individually. Lots of labor. Too much money. Anyway, so there's the rat story. There's the bird feeder. But I'm going to try and figure out the bird feeder that I got him. He put up while I was gone to my friends. And when I got home yesterday, it captured the most beautiful cardinal. And I took a picture of it. Well, no, it sends you a picture to your phone. The app does. Sends you a picture to your phone. And I copied it and sent it to my daughter and my son and a friend of mine. But the camera doesn't hold on to the pictures over 24 hours. But because I got a copy of that, you have to put an SD card in it, which I'm going to do. But I snapped a picture of that cardinal. I'm going to try to insert it in here somewhere so you can see the gift I bought him and what we love about it. All right, guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not feeling this makeup today. The energy level's down. The pain is real. The pain is up. The energy level's down. But we can do a quick little... Still loving this little short brush. Short, kind of flat, rather than the big fluffy ones. So, I am not going to film me blow drying my hair today because I can't really turn my head well without a lot of pain. So I'm going to probably be doing some sort of weird rendition of the hair blow drying. But I had to wash it because I'm telling you, I'm that shower every day girl, and I didn't shower Saturday or Sunday because I felt so bad and I had to today. I have a bench in my shower, a teak bench that I bought when we built the shower because we're aging, and I thought, you know, it's certainly not going to be bad. That's all the eyeshadow I'm going to do. Just a little flip here and there. Do I have any other new products I want to tell you about? No, I don't think so. I have been looking at a bunch of products. Oh, you know what I did buy? But it's not here, and there's no telling when it'll come. You know, I told you I follow this makeup artist, esthetician, Nicole Johnson. Well, where's my lipstick? What's right there? She had a sale over the holiday weekend, 20% off of everything. And there were a couple things I really wanted to buy. One of them is an eyelid primer that you put on before your eyeshadow. That just gives a nice, smooth, even canvas to use on it. And I got that. And, oh, I have a huge surprise for y'all. I ordered that. You know, when you order from those websites, the actual website rather than Amazon, your stuff doesn't get here soon. So, they'll tell them when they'll come. But I got that, and I think I got an eyeliner pencil. I can't remember. It was one of those, you know, we women, sometimes we shop late at night. Can't remember. Oh, I want to tell you the weirdest thing. This was like a Twilight Zone. If you know, you know about Twilight Zone. This was like a Twilight Zone for me. Now, I know I'm not crazy. I know I can be a little forgetful at times. But let me tell you what happened to me. I decided I wanted to buy some caftans. If you know what caftans are, you've been here a while. Been in the world a while. Anyway, they're long, they're flowy, they usually have bat wings, and they're just real comfortable, and they cover everything. Which, I live in a household with 2 other men that are not my husband. So, the fact that some of my gowns may not cover me where I want them to give me good coverage, I don't wear them, but I want to wear them. So I decided, you know what? I have 2 caftans that I have had 20 years or 30 or 40. But I packed them away with my winter things. So I don't have them out. So, okay, hear this story. It's crazy. La, 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 if you know the music. One night I got online and I decided I wanted to order me some caftans. Now, I didn't want to go to an expensive place and pay $50 or $60 each because I may not like them. It may not be what I want to do. Who knows? So I decided to go cheap on Amazon. Now, my girlfriend had ordered her some. The one who is at the lake, my best girlfriend. She had ordered her 2, and they were beautiful. And I told her I was going to buy caftans, and she beat me to it. And so she had the most beautiful caftans. Of course, I'm a size 100, and she's a size 0. I'm just kidding, but look, I'm not putting the white shadow on the bottom of my lid. Told you, just not feeling it all. So I sat down. I remember exactly when it was. It was the Sunday night before I went to her house on last Monday, a week ago. So I sat down and I looked on Amazon. I put in plus size caftans because I'm plus size. And they would come up. Well, their plus size was XXL. No, that's not going to work. So then I went out and Googled plus size caftans, size 2X and 3X. I put the size I wanted. Oh, guess what? I'm not putting black eyeliner on my lower lids this morning. Just for y'all. Anyway, just for y'all and the fact that I don't feel like messing. So I got on this site and I found some, but I didn't love them either. So I went back to Amazon and I bought 5 caftans. I don't remember how much they were, but before tax, it was $79. So we know they were 12, 13, 14. So I thought, that'd be fine for the summer. $77 before tax. And I have my Amazon set to do my Apple Pay or whatever. And so I just clicked and, I went through all of them, picked the color I wanted. And they didn't go up. They went up to 2X. I thought, I'll just give them a try. So I picked the colors I wanted in each one of them and put them in my cart and ordered them. And I know I'm not crazy. So far, you could say, well, Sherry, maybe that was a dream. But I specifically remember after I placed my order, it said they were coming Wednesday. And I said to myself, why didn't you have them sent to your girlfriend's house, which is where I'm going to be on Wednesday? And I was like, well, shoot, they'll be here when I get home. So I don't ever really think of them again. And then I come home Friday night. And I'm home for a few hours. I said to my husband, I said, did I get an Amazon package while I was gone? He said, honey, that's a weird question because I always get an Amazon package. But he said, no, actually, I don't think you did. I said, really? So we went in the bedroom, came in the bedroom where he usually puts my packages when I'm out of town. And looked and there was no package. So I thought, well, maybe they got delayed. So I went into my Amazon site to see why they weren't delivered Wednesday. Or were they maybe delivered to the wrong house, or more than likely being delayed. Okay. There was no order for any caftans. Now, you know how seniors have to be aware of scams? I am the best scam sniffing out person in the whole world. It'll be really hard to get me scammed. The only time I ever got scammed was I decided to call, I can't remember who it was, Best Buy, Amazon, somebody. I decided to call them because I had a charge on my account that I didn't agree with. And so I was lazy, and instead of going on their site, looking at their number, I just Googled Amazon customer service. Never, ever do that. They almost got me. So I called, they answered Amazon customer service. I said, hey, I ordered blah, blah, and blah, blah, and I didn't order this, but yet I've been charged for it. And they were like, oh, I'm so sorry. We'll be glad to refund you. And I said, okay. And I did slip through the cracks the first time. And he said, okay, do you know what card you put it on? I said, yeah, I put it on my credit card, because I don't know if I've told you this, but my husband and I charge everything on our credit card, everything, all week long, and pay it off every Friday. That way we can review what we've spent, keep a handle on what we've spent, but yet get the bonus points or putting it on our credit card. I said, yeah, I put it on my credit card. And he said, can you tell me the last 4 numbers of your credit card? Sure, 4 numbers, sure. And he said, okay, I see it. He said, all right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run a charge through on your credit card for $1. I must have been drunk that night. I don't drink, but because I said, okay. He said, you'll accept that charge and then I'll be able to refund your money. Huh? Well, like I said, I must have been on something that day, and I said, okay. So I go into my credit card and look, there's been $50 charged. And I said, no. He said, well, that's step 1. What we have to do is step 2. We have to do another charge of $1. No, you lied. And said, and I hung up, called my bank, told them we got the $50 removed because it was on my credit card. It's another reason we put things on credit card. Remember, the debit card is your money. The credit card is their money. So they're more likely to work with you when it's their money versus your money. So I almost got scammed that time. Well, I did if I hadn't got the bank to remove it. But let's go back to the 5 caftans. So, okay, where's my 5 caftans I ordered on Amazon? I know I did that. I'm not crazy. Every day. So, there was no orders to Amazon for the 5 caftans. Well, crap. So, where's my face off? I don't know. Oh, I dropped it. Excuse me. Nope. Can't bend over sideways. Okay. So I'm like, well, I must have been out of my mind. I must have been out of my mind. So, okay, I didn't order them. I'm crazy. Then the next day, I got home on Friday. Saturday, I got home so late Friday, and we were both tired, so we didn't pay our credit card off. So we went to pay it off on Saturday. Well, I see, oh, shoot. I see this. Okay, can't reach back there and pull that button undone, so we'll just do it like this. There's a charge on my credit card to a place called Dresserly. 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 For $44.99. And that's the reason we go through the charges every week. I'm like, baby, I know this is a stupid question, but you didn't order something from Dresserly for $40. He goes, what is that? I don't know. I said, it's crazy. So I thought, could that have been where I ordered those caftans? Maybe when I Googled it. No, because I remember it was $77 plus tax. No, it wasn't that. So then I go into this www.dresserly place, Google it. Well, it's one of those capsule wardrobe places where you go in and you tell them all about your lifestyle, and they supposedly send you a wardrobe that meets your lifestyle, but they pay a fee. You pay a fee, a monthly fee, $44.99 to this place. So I said, I didn't sign up for this thing. This is ridiculous. So this is that Bumble and Bumble Go Big plumping treatment. Leave-in treatment for hair plumping effect that lasts all day. Okay. So I'm like, I would not have ever signed up for one of those capsule places. Did I do it 10 years ago when they first started them? Yeah. But no, I would never do that. So that's not me. I didn't do that. So then I'm thinking, oh, maybe, just maybe, that's where I ordered those caftans. So I went into my order history because I knew my password in there, because my password, I make it a certain way for all certain different things. Knew what my password was. Went in there, looked at my orders. Nope, nothing ordered. Just that $44.99 monthly charge put in there for signing up for their service. No, I didn't do that. So, of course, it's Saturday. You can't call them. I did try. But I just went in and canceled the service. Now, was I out $44.99? Yes. And if I felt better, you can believe that I'd be on the phone with them tomorrow. Today's Memorial Day. I would be on the phone with them tomorrow finding out who the heck they are and why they charge me. Because I know I didn't sign up for anything like that. And I told my daughter, I said, maybe I bought those caftans somewhere and it's a sister store to them. But I wouldn't have signed up for that service. So the mystery remains. I may be out that $50. We'll know. Because I'll tell you what is the other thing that's weird about it. Whenever I buy something or sign up for anything, this is that Verb volume spray. Whenever I sign up for anything or buy something, not Amazon, but everywhere else, I take a picture of my receipt. And it's in my photos on my camera or my iPad. Well, I went back through there looking for all my photos back to that Sunday. No, I didn't play no games with Dresserly. Did I put mascara on? I did a tad. Well, kids, I didn't put eyeliner on my lower lid, but this is it. This is the plain Jane look for today. I'm going to put you on hold and I'm going to blow dry my hair because I don't know how weird and painful it's going to sound. And then I'll come back and show you the finished product. Okay. Okay, back again. Blow dried the hair. I couldn't turn my head. And I had to just hold my arm. I can raise my arms, but I can't turn my head. So it was a fail and blow dried my hair. But, you know, I share the good, bad, and ugly with you. This is one of those uglies. But let me give you a little hint. I put that Bumble and Bumble stuff in my hair and that Verb stuff in my hair. And then I went ahead and added some more of this Lange foam mousse I've been using lately. Well, that was a little too much stuff. It's kind of gunky. It's clean. Scalp's clean. That's all I cared about. So that's going to be it. Thanks for listening to me ramble today. Boy, I did, didn't I? Okay, I have some new products to share with you coming up, and I will try to get them on. Here's one of them. What is this? A brow gel. Not really my style. Okay. Anyway, this is it for today. A little fluff, a little muff. Got my bangs straightened out where they don't look too short, but they're still short. But they'll grow out. So anyway, I better take off. Go in the big part of the house and see how the brisket purchases are going on and what we need to do about that. And thank you for joining me here today. I know I go off cuckoo sometimes, but it is what it is. So I'm going to capture this moment in a photograph of me without eyeliner and with this new makeup, and we'll see how it looks. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Don't forget to leave a little sparkle